Hey girl, hey, welcome back to Taste of Taylor. It is Thursday, which means we are in studio for this week, and this is the last week that we are in studio on Thursdays. Don't worry, don't freak out. I'm going to explain in just a little bit, but we got a lot to get to. First things first, let's get to our guest. It's my wife, Taylor Donohue. Hey, honey, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
There's a lot going on in the world of Taste of Taylor.
Yes.
You okay?
Side note.
You okay?
I can't believe I got my teeth whitened right before I came here. They better be so white.
Are you in so much pain?
Are they white?
They're gorgeous.
I literally told them I wanted them to be the color of printer paper.
Wait a second. We're supposed to have sushi after.
I can't have sushi?
I don't know
It's
what.
white.
Google it.
They just said no, like tomato sauce, no. Can
Yeah, but we get the Hellfire
eat
roll at Lure Fish Bar, and it has like
Sushi
sriracha on it, which is
after.
essentially ketchup, which is bright red.
white diet for 24 hours. I can eat rice.
Babe,
No dark colored foods.
soy sauce, dark.
Fuck.
Ponzu sauce, dark. Sriracha sauce, dark.
No
red.
sauces. I'm going sauceless.
You're gonna go sauceless?
Yeah.
That is not for the faint of heart to eat sushi without any sort of condiment.
What if I just put my head back and I just dump it into the back of my throat?
Is that? I mean, if that's a risk you're willing to take, what if you have little giraffe teeth from here on out?
Little spotted
Old giraffe
tubes.
tooths over there, old lazy eye over here, and giraffe tooths over there.
I did not think this through.
You really didn't. Oh, and the pain.
Oh, the pain.
I remember the first time I ever got my teeth whitened, and basically the last. I was getting married to a husband, and so I was like, you know. Him and his family, they were like, you and your old rotten tooths.
Your brown
You
wooden tooths.
disgusting plebe, you hobo. Go get them fixed. So I'm just joking. They no one said anything like that. I was just like, I have to fit in with my white teeth. So I got them done, and I swear to God, I walked out. They started to not to trigger you, but if you've never had your teeth whitened before, they start to feel really dry. Like it just feels like
nails on a chalkboard.
yeah, like touching cotton balls.
It's like the nerve. It's like the roots of it are
It's like
sensitive.
there's this zing.
Yeah.
There's out and exposed. And I swear, I think I got them whitened probably in late March, early April. When it can be shitty, cold, windy weather out. And I walked out.
You turned a corner.
I walked outside. I opened the door, walked outside the dentist, whatever.
Office.
What's it called? Office? Dentist office? I literally was like this. I smiled for 1 second, and a gust of wind was like, and I was like this. And I fell to my knees, and I called 911. And an ambulance came and brought me to the emergency room.
Can you imagine?
I lied about the last part, but I swear to God, in my mind, I was in so much pain, I had to crawl to the subway to get home.
You just walk around like this.
No. And then I went home and I cried, and you couldn't have any water because anything. I think my teeth are extra sensitive.
Why? Because they're so little?
Because they're so little and nubby.
The nerves are just so close to the edges.
Because I've ground them down to literally nothing.
You've whittled them down.
Dust.
They better be white. Are they white?
They're beautiful.
I said I want them to blind people when I smile.
Yeah. They're gorgeous. But yeah, I mean, listen.
Holy shit.
Beauty is pain, girlfriends.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hopefully you can get through this podcast.
I'll get through.
Oh, wait.
I actually haven't seen you in 4 hours.
I missed you
and
too.
I did miss you.
I missed you too.
I feel like we have so much to catch up on.
I know.
The main thing was how my teeth hurt.
Well, I got an allergy test.
How was your allergy test?
Horrible.
You're allergic to everything, aren't you?
I'm allergic to nothing.
No.
Swear to God.
They're wrong. I'm sending you to another one.
First of all, okay, another bone to pick with you. Why? Do you know how much money I just spent on this allergy test? Also, I didn't get a referral, so this could be an insanely expensive doctor's appointment.
How long were you there for?
I was there for 2 hours. I have to go back tomorrow for another 2 hours for the oral version. Did anyone know that an allergy test takes 4 hours?
Sure did it. They should have let me know.
They literally, they poked me. Do you see all those holes in my arm? And then they gave me, in 10 shots. Then they do 10 more shots.
Did they test you for seafood?
They specifically tested me for lobster.
And you are allergic, aren't you?
It came back negative.
Are they a certified real medical office?
You're the one that made the appointment, bitch.
They said you're not allergic to lobster.
Not allergic to lobster. By the way, when I eat lobster, my feet explode, turn bright red, and they itch
and
like
your
crazy.
face blows up like the guy from the Goonies. So.
That happened once.
That was gumbo?
No, Paige, my sister, was making a lobster bouillon base.
So it has every kind
a
of...
ciocchini.
Yeah.
So that has it's got mussels, clams, scallops, shrimps,
And all the juices of all
no,
of them.
and like lobster tail, lobster claws, and they
my
use
nightmare.
like a lobster stock. It's the stock that really got me.
Yeah.
And we ate it
Did
for
they
dinner.
test you for lobster stock?
Yeah, so we ate it for dinner. I went to sleep, and the next morning when I woke up, I looked like, hey, you guys,
Your eyes
this
were-
eye was this. Well,
Maybe that's where you got your lazy
my
eye
wonky
from.
eye. I was recently told by a listener that I have a lazy eye, not once, but twice, 2 times in a row. She was like, "Are you okay? What happened to your eye?
What's happening
Your lazy
here?"
eye." My friend has Bell's palsy. Girl, it's Bell palsy. And she said, "And you look just like her." And then the next slide, again, she goes like this. The eye, see?
What's happening here? She said.
What's happening with the eye? Anyway, that's not nice. But yeah,
You
so
look pretty symmetrical to her. Maybe it was the lobster that gave you the lazy eye.
No,
Okay, so you're
it
not allergic to
wasn't.
lobster. What about penicillin?
so far so good.
All right.
Let's see what happens with the oral test. But anyway,
Okay, so we just caught up. That's
Well,
been our day.
That's been our day. Okay, so we have Q&As to get to.
Yes.
But first, the real reason we're here is to talk about Vanderpump Villa season 2. We're on it.
Episode 7.
It's episode 7.
Yeah.
100%.
That's what I was told.
So this is being released today, Thursday, April 24th. Today is the day, okay, that the entire season of Vanderpump Villa season 2 comes out. So you can binge the whole motherfucker.
Yeah.
And yes, we've heard through the grapevine that we are episode 7, but don't quote me on that. I think though.
Ish. 6 to 8.
I don't even know how many episodes there are.
I think we were towards the end, so there's probably like 10.
And as of this recording, we have yet to see the
Correct.
episode. However, Monday, April 28th, Stassi is going to be in town because she's doing promotion for like everything. And Stassi and I are going to fully fucking recap our episode that we were on.
So it
'Cause-
airs on Monday, this
Right.
Monday.
So, but Stassi was obviously on the whole season, but our episode is special because it's us. So we're going to recap like predominantly that episode. Am I going to be one of those bitches that like only watches the scenes that I'm in? Yes.
So I guess when it comes out, we have to start from the beginning, right?
I think we should start from the beginning.
Yeah, I wanna have
because
context.
But we also like we were there with the staff. We know the players. We kind of know the drama because we were there later in the game. So we
Yeah.
saw like who was hooking up, who was breaking up. It just came out, and I really don't want to fucking fully spoil it for anybody. And
No.
also, we can't even spoil the episode because we haven't even watched the episode yet.
And NDAs are scary.
And NDAs are fucking terrifying. So we're gonna give you guys a little something,
Yeah.
but you guys get the full ass story, all the
Stas
fifis,
will know like what you can talk about and what
all
you
the
can't.
reactions
Yeah.
this Monday, April 28th.
Yeah. We're flying
And
blind.
while we're on the topic of this Monday, April 28th, people are probably like, why on Monday? Your in studios are always on Thursday. Well, a little housekeeping.
Yes.
So we have an announcement. So Taste of Taylor, the in-studio episode. So I know you guys, if you're a Taste of Taylor, if you're a tot, you're used to getting your celebrity in-studio interviews always on Thursdays. So we decided to flip it and reverse it. It's your from and for friend yet. So now the in-studio Thursday episodes are now officially, as of this Monday and forever on out, going to be on Mondays.
Dropped at midnight.
Dropped at midnight. So every Monday morning, you can wake up, you get your cup of coffee, you take your morning doo-doo pie, and you listen to us. And we will always have like a celebrity guest of sorts,
Yes.
somebody in person.
Yep.
So the good news is that as of this upcoming Monday and here on out, every single episode of Taste of Taylor is available at midnight.
Yep.
The night before.
So then the Tuesday episode, you'll get like the weekend recap from
Yeah, so-
whoever's on Tuesday.
Exactly. So Tuesday will be like the weekend recap, but you get your celeb interview on Monday. I'm excited about the change.
Me too.
Yes.
Coming Monday.
Okay, so you and me, let's break it down. Vanderpump Villa.
Summer 2024. Take us back, Day.
Let's go back. Okay, so we haven't been able to like really talk about this at all. If you are a Patreon VIP, you did get a Q&A with like a little bit of this already.
Yeah.
But I think it's time that we share it with the masses.
Yeah.
When did we fucking find out that we were going?
Like not that far in
advance.
because I remember trying to scramble for outfits.
Me too.
You know, I was probably a month before. And then you have to take, this is, I think, just kind of common knowledge. You have to take a psych test. Anybody who's on reality TV, you have to make sure you're not nuts, which makes no sense because
No, you
they're
know
on,
what? I actually have a theory. Tinfoil hat time. I think
you have to fail the test to get on TV.
I think that they make you take the test because if you're too normal, they won't let you on. No, I'm joking. That's like really like That would be like a massive legal issue.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you have to take a psych evaluation, a
Yeah, and
written
you with a
one,
doctor.
and then you have to take a like a one-on-one with like a.
True or false? A 2-hour true or false?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when we went into our psych test, we had just gotten into a huge fight. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember what
They
the
were like,
fucking
so you
fight
two
was
of you
over.
have to sit in silence. We were like, that's fine.
I would love to never speak to this bitch again.
Wait, there was something else we had to do ahead of time. Oh.
Do you remember the fight?
Full background checks we had to do. Hilarious. Mine was like 10 pages long. Tay's, I think it was like 145 pages long. And it's screenshots of, oh my God, I can't breathe. It's so sensitive. It was screenshots of like every little thing you've ever said on social media that is
it's wild. You know what they kept pulling?
like you'd be like,
no. You know what really, like, this was like crazy. It stood out to me. It was like this. God, your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah.
That one? What's the problem with that?
yeah.
Yeah.
There were some funny ones. I had a picture with Claudia and Ben, and I said something about being in a threesome. That got pulled for mine. I said it to them. They loved that. Anyway, the point is, we found out we had to do all this stuff like really quickly, get outfits.
And the outfits too. So like Vanderpump Villa, kind of like Below Deck, in which you have a cast of characters. You have like the captain, a la Lisa, and also kind of like Stassi's also like a co-captain. And then you have like the staff. And so it's the cast, like that's the cast. And like it's about them like hooking up and like getting into fights and like, you know, screwing around. But it's also about them doing the job. And so they always bring in every episode, or I'm sure there's some groups that get multiple episodes.
Yeah.
But they bring in different groups who are like guests of the villa, if you will. And so if you watch Below Deck, you know that like a lot of times there's like theme parties. It's like, oh, like it's someone's birthday and they want to do like a casino night, and the guests always have like these outfits. That's definitely like a production thing.
Yeah.
And so we also had some theme nights. And so one of our themes was Stassi Blue. Because like
something blue, yeah.
Yep, Stassi Blue.
Yeah.
And then we also had a
Green and gold.
that outfit nearly ended my life. And because it's on theme, I didn't have a gold backup. So I didn't have a choice. I was forced to wear essentially
We didn't know it was going to be like 500 degrees.
a Rocky sweatsuit to dinner at a gorgeous villa. I
With no AC.
am actually scared for how much I was spending. I was just watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and there's a new castmate, and they always make fun of her because she talks about how she's in perimenopause and she carries a fan around with her. And every scene she's like this, Tay, I'm so hot. I'm so
That's gonna
hot.
be you.
Am I going to burst into flames? I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be me.
You're going to be like the Sandoval from Traders, where you're just always sweating in the background.
So scared. The way I've never been more excited and more terrified for something in my entire life, because you have no idea how things are going to shake out.
Yeah.
Like we know things that happen and we know like pivotal moments that probably will make it to camera, but like there's a lot of, we're there for
3 days.
3 days. I mean, that's a lot of hours to fit into one, 45-minute episode?
Yeah.
So a lot ends up on the cutting room floor.
What did Darren say? Darren Karp recently just said like they need to film 80 hours of footage to cut it to like 1 hour
Something like that.
episode or something like that.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
There's a lot of shit that gets left out.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's people that are on entire seasons of shows that like watch and they're like, that's all I'm in it.
Absolutely. Yeah. We went to a Housewives of New Jersey party like 2 or 3 years ago for Margaret Joseph's.
Yep.
She threw a pride party in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
And we went. It was so much fun.
There was fights?
There were fights. Teresa was there. There were drag queens. It didn't even air.
It didn't air.
And she was like so pissed it didn't air.
Yeah.
It's like
Just gone.
she probably put her own money into that.
Poof, like a fire in the wind. Oh, yeah.
You know?
I've heard that when it comes to these housewives parties,
Yeah.
they are footing the bill.
Yeah.
For sure. So anyway, we found out that we had to go, which was so exciting.
Yeah.
But we were like, it was really hard to do something like this. This is the thing is like, I just feel like TV, especially reality TV, it's so like cloak and dagger and like, you know, secrets and you can't tell anybody where you're going. But like,
Yeah.
we live our lives like we have a daily radio show.
Right.
So like, how hard do you think it was to keep it under lock and key?
I think it was more stressful for you because you're so like used to being an open book, but also like people aren't morons. Everyone knew where we were going.
I mean, listen, okay, in case any lawyers are listening, we didn't tell anybody.
Nobody.
The audience is just not stupid.
Yeah.
And they see that Stassi's going to be in Italy and
They just like put two and two. Oh, and Stassi and Lisa put out a video
Right.
like last summer, so they knew Stassi was there for that. They're like, oh, the Taylor's going to Italy, like it's obviously for that.
Yeah.
And we're also being like super coy about what our plans are.
Right.
And like we went like radio silent for like 5-6 days.
Right.
So, you know, they could read between the lines.
Yeah,
but I
people
know it was
aren't
hard for
stupid.
you to just like blatantly lie.
Remember that first podcast we did when we got back from Italy? It was literally here in the studio. I can remember like it was yesterday. And we got back. I think Wolf was here with us.
Oh, and you glitched.
I literally was like, I can't broadcast because like without being able to tell literally every thought in my brain, I don't know how to do my job. I was like not okay.
It was insane.
It was crazy. I was like having an adult tantrum.
Yeah.
I was like, what can I say? What can't I say?
Yeah.
Okay, so we flew to Italy, and on the way to the villa is when we ran into husband at the airport.
We've told this story, but
You
that's
guys
when
know
it
the
was.
stories. If the real ones know. If you know, you know. But to see him on the way to do something that was like so like out of our comfort zone was like I didn't know if it was like a good omen or a bad omen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if like because there was a part of me that had a pep in my step like you don't even know what I'm about to go do, sir.
So mysterious.
But then I was like also like, oh my God, is this going to be like the thing that gets me canceled for the rest of my life?
No. It definitely like made something that was already anxiety provoking
That much more.
That much more.
That much more. Okay, let's talk about the group that we had.
Yes.
Okay, so we were with the group. So it was, I guess we like were guests of the villa for Stassi's birthday.
Correct.
So she was working with the staff the whole time. And then when we came in, it was the first time that she actually got to like live in the villa, in the castle as a guest. Okay, so it was obviously Stassi and Beau. The kids were there, of course, too. And then it was Stassi's sister, Georgie.
Yep.
Beau's sister, Georgia. Taylor, Georgia, Georgie.
And
then
Rob.
And Rob. And
That
then
was
Beau's best friend, Rob, who we've become very close with, too. And, like, we obviously know Georgie just because, like, Stassi's sister, duh.
Was she on Vanderpump ever
Maybe.
when she was younger?
Nikolai was, but I don't know about
Maybe Georgie wasn't.
But we know Georgie just, like, through Stassi. But had we ever met Georgia before? At the wedding.
Yes, at the wedding.
I guess. But, like, the wedding was, like, you know.
I feel like we bonded with her like we're actual family now.
We all left that 48 hours like madly in love with each other. I am
Georgia is the
obsessed.
funniest person.
Georgia's the funniest person on the face of the planet. She has a very thick Italian accent. So
Can you do it? Once you
a bogey. Oh, Taylor, slow it down,
Taylor,
please.
I beg of you, slow down.
I
I
beg
can't.
you, you talk it so quick.
Yeah.
She is amazing. So her and Beau are half siblings, and they met when Beau was in his 20s and Georgia was 14. But Beau says that she was like really tall and like
Clingy.
Developed for like she looked much older than her age.
Right.
And so he said they'd be walking down the street and she'd be like, oh boy, this is my bigger brother, buy me a Barbie. And he'd be like, Georgia. And she would like look like his girlfriend.
right.
And he would be like, you have to stop holding my hand on the street. I'm like trying to like hook up with these random Italian women and they think you're my girlfriend. Get away from me.
She's the best.
She's the best. So love her. Also, Stassi's sister, Georgie, if you think Stassi's crazy, you have no fucking idea.
She's out of her mind.
Georgie is like, it's like, I'm the devil and don't you forget it. She's like, the devil. She's
possessed.
Lucifer's mother.
She's possessed. Literally. She's insane.
And I don't know what we're going to see from Rob in this episode, but I'm
don't
just
know.
going to tell you guys this. Rob, no matter how hard he tries to be like an aw shucks good guy, and he is. He genuinely is an aw shucks good guy, but he's really hot. And he's very like appealing to women. This is something we've talked about for years with Rob.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about specifically. Okay, so, but like, Rob is the kind of guy that like will be your best friend. But like, and he's literally just looking to friend zone people.
Literally.
But because he's so nice and doesn't want anything from anybody, every girl literally wants to open her
Climb
vagina
him.
and wrap it around his head. Like,
Everyone.
we have seen women get on their hands and knees and beg him to fuck them.
When he's genuinely not trying.
When he's genuinely like, I
Please
just want to
get
go
away.
home.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to hang out with my lesbian friends. Please let me go.
Yeah.
So no matter how hard he tries to not create drama with girls wanting to hook up with him,
Right.
it's it's unavoidable.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're gonna see from this, but
Yeah.
but that's just like we're just like saying like we're just giving you a little background about everybody going into watching our episode.
It was a great group.
It was a great crew. I did make a joke about Bo and Georgia, and I have a feeling. Listen, when I said it, it was like one of those things that I said, and I was like, oh, that was like so dumb. And I was like, you guys know me. I'm always joking. How often am I serious? 5% of the time?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. One of our friends is in the press and has seen the episode. And I thought she was going to be like, no, it was hysterical. Everyone was laughing. And she was like, actually, Georgie like seemed offended. Isn't that what she said?
Oh, no.
Isn't that what she said?
But by the way, I haven't seen it, but I'm just saying this was the one scene that I was like, oh, please don't show it. Please don't show it. Please don't show it. So I met Georgia like when we first got there. Like that was the first time I'd ever really met her.
Spent time with her, yeah.
And within the first 24 hours of knowing her, I really genuinely fell so in love with her. Like I adore her. I think she is the greatest person ever.
Me too.
And when I hit that moment where I was like, I love this human being, I was like, fuck, pit in my stomach because I made a joke that is, I meant it as a joke, but I could see it potentially being offensive to Georgia. It's not even offensive to Bo.
I think that Bo would be more offended because he's so sensitive about this one subject.
He's not sensitive about it. The thing with Georgia is English is her second language, and she speaks amazing English.
She does.
But she always says like my English is bad, my English is bad, and we're like, our Italian is non-existent. What are you talking about? But my fear is that like sometimes when we would like make jokes, she'd be like, "Come si dice, huh?" Like. Like joking sometimes like the joking gets lost in the language barrier, and so I'm a little worried that she'll be like, why did you say that about me?
Yeah, but you can explain it in 1 second to her.
And I'm all like, Law and Order, as for you, girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I can't believe you worried about it this much. You've lost sleep over it.
Literally sleepless nights. There was a couple things. There was something I did with our rooms. I pulled a Ramona Singer, okay? I pulled a Ramona Singer when they were showing us our rooms. I'm not sure if it's going to make it to air or not, so I'm going to leave it there. But I definitely was like, oh my God. I did the one every time I watch a Housewives and they're like showing them their rooms and people get upset about their rooms.
Yeah.
You're like, that's 101 of not being a dick.
Okay, this is where we differ.
Oh my God. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
From my perspective, the more you talk about something, the bigger it is. From your perspective, we just had an argument about this. You were like, no, I have to say it first so that it takes the air out of it. I'm like, no, when you ruminate on these things that you think are bad, then people are like, focus in on it.
No, because here's the thing is, the world is all about accountability. So I want everyone to know before you even watch the episode, I am accountable.
You're following the Lady Gaga
and I have already punished myself enough. So please, be kind. Please. I mean, really, I've been so tortured.
That's true.
Have you been spiraling at all about anything that happened there?
0.
Wow. What a nice existence.
But you know what I have noticed?
A soulless wonder.
But I have realized when stressful things are coming up in my life, AKA going to film the show, AKA, wanting to have a baby. I'm not pregnant, but we talked about this in therapy a lot. Going into the show, I was 0 stressed. Not stressed.
True.
And then I got there, and it wasn't that it was like a super upsetting experience or anything like this.
No, we were just completely sleep deprived and dehydrated.
Dehydrated. It's just like, it's a lot. It's
we jumped into the deep end of the pool in regards to reality television. We went from never having done literally anything.
Yeah, to not being on your own schedule or anything like that. It was just way more than I could have, that I ever realized. So after the fact, I crumbled and died and had a 48-hour
so
mental
happy we
breakdown.
stayed at one of the most expensive hotels we've ever stayed in because she was literally asleep the whole time.
My body completely shut down. And yeah, that was like really hard for me. So that's why.
But explain like the shutdown.
It was like my body literally had gone into shock.
Got it.
Like physically, it wasn't like I was sleeping because I was like tired and whatever. My body. You saw me at the pool every day. I could not even keep my eyes open during the day.
Yeah. She slept like a vampire all day long.
And so I was thinking about it just the other day about having a baby. You keep asking me, you're like,
bitch, you can't shut down like a vampire when you have a baby.
You're like, are you nervous? Everyone's like, are you nervous? I'm like, I'm excited. And I'm like, maybe I should start to talk in therapy about, try to figure out if I actually am nervous.
Can we please avoid a post-Villa mental breakdown,
Yes.
please,
Yes.
in regards to having a baby.
We have therapy next week. We'll talk about it.
Okay, we also, I don't know if this is going to be in the episode, but we also played Truth or Dare with the staff.
Oh my God.
I was very drunk when we did this, and it was like the end of the night.
Your dare was a core memory, not just for there, for
don't
my
think you-
entire life.
So we did play Truth or Dare, but I loudly said, no one can dare me or Taylor Donohue, my
kiss
wife,
somebody.
to do anything physical. Like, it's not happening. Don't even fucking do it.
No.
Was I like a big loser energy for saying
No,
that?
nobody cared. No one's like, oh.
Yeah, they totally wanted to kiss you. I knew it.
I did a truth, but I don't remember what it was. Your dare was so funny. It involved you dancing. I doubt it's, can I say what it was?
You can say
say
what it was, I think.
Somebody dared you to do a performance. And
First of all,
it was somebody who didn't even like know who you were.
That like I'm
And
like
you were
what?
in-
No, I'm like, what kind of annoying theater kid energy am I giving? That a complete stranger is like, Taylor, I dare you to do a dance and a song, and I was like,
you were wearing pink and white seersucker pajamas that were
they were pantaloons, pantaloons.
so they were like tight at the bottom.
I looked like I was from the World's Fair.
with it. It was like a clown suit, and they would like
I
perform.
looked like a Parisian clown.
So you got up in front of everybody, and she starts going like this. Together at last, tap dancing. Together forever. And you didn't stop there. You went on for like a minute and a half.
I had to commit. Once you did it, I mean,
So she started tap dancing Annie. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
the way
I was in utter shock.
that I did so many things that I hope did not make it to the episode.
I hope that does. I doubt it does.
I don't think it will either, thank God. But what we did witness, and we do know is going to be aired, is the fight between Stassi and Bo.
Yes.
Okay. Already in the trailer, I saw more of their fight than I saw when I was there. It's
Yeah.
the craziest thing because you have to remember, like,
So many people
we're not
around.
watching, we're really there at a party. Like, when two people get into a fight at a bar, like, you don't really know what happens. You
Right.
find out in the aftermath what happens.
Right.
And so we were like, all I did was see them. I saw, in my opinion, it started at dinner. I like little like pokes here and there.
You noticed like the micro pokes. I was like, this is so stupid.
Yeah, but micro pokes and stupid is what leads to big fights. That's the way it fucking goes.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I kind of saw it brewing at dinner, and I thought, ruh-roh. And then we kind of had some side conversations about it after dinner when we went up to the pool to like have some drinks after dinner. And then I saw Stassi and Bo talking, and then I was like, oh my God, I think they're in a
This
fight.
is like a real thing.
And then like at first I like thought it was a joke.
Me too.
And then I was like, oh shit, this is like legit real,
Yeah.
or at least it seemed it. And then Stassi leaves. I think Bo must have walked away too.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are all fighting with each other. I don't know if that makes it on, but I think it must. But
I don't want to say like who was saying what.
no, but
and
like
who was defending
but,
who.
But I will say this, and this is not fake life. This is
No,
real
everything
life.
you see really happened.
You and I always. I pick Stassi's side and you pick Bo's side. It's how it always goes.
Yeah.
No matter what. Because I identify with Stassi and you identify with Bo.
Yeah.
Which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But like, I will say that you and I didn't really get into a fight there about it.
Mm-hmm.
We had some words, but we let it go. But we definitely have fought on more than one occasion
When we got home,
over this fight when we got home. Yeah, fully.
I think it was just like we didn't break anything down because there was just too much.
But I'm
And then
like, I am excited, but like not like excited, like, because that's like psycho and creepy because it's my friends who I love both of them so much fighting. But like, my interest is piqued
Yeah.
at how the fight plays out. And I mean, listen, I go on tour with Stassi and Bo. So I have a literal front row seat
Yeah.
to like all of their disagreements because I mean, it was the three of us traveling around the country together. So like, I know how their fights go down.
Yeah.
I like I'm not new to it. And for the record, I'm not saying they fight all the time. I'm just saying, like, they're our best friends. We're around them all the time. Like, we fight in front of them. I remember one time you and I were fighting about going to a fucking 76ers game on my birthday.
oh yeah, we really fought about
And
that.
we got in a huge fight, and Stassi
Yeah.
was just sitting there. She sided with you, which
Yep.
is fuck you, Stassi. I always fucking have your back.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but like they witness our fights, we witness their fights, and then we just like therapize each other through it. But yeah,
We'll see how it shakes out.
I know. I guess we will see how it shakes out.
But it was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
This is something that I don't think people really discuss, or maybe they do and I just never really understood it. But like, you'd be a sociopath, not be aware of the cameras around you and like all the production. Like, it's a staff.
That was me.
Yes.
I didn't notice I got used to the cameras.
That's so tracks for you. That's because you and your fucking family fucking videotape each other nonstop. There's nobody who's been more well trained to be on reality television than you.
Well, you can't look at the cameras, so you just have to keep eye contact with whoever you're talking to.
Right. Oh, the way I'm sure I looked at the camera like a gajillion times.
We know you don't have the best eye contact.
She really hit me where it hurts.
Oh, sorry, honey.
It is months of sleeplessness. And then you eventually say to yourself, let it go. You can't do anything. It is what it is. You're a good person.
Yeah.
And then they announce the date. You forget it exists.
Yeah.
And then they announce it. And then you're doing a podcast with your wife spiraling
about
before
it
you get a
again.
chance to watch it.
Yeah.
So, but I am excited to watch it. Are you excited to watch it?
Yeah, I think we're going to be in the background for like 1 second and not say anything. And so that's going to be it.
I don't think so, babe. I don't think so.
I feel like we're just going to be like, whatever. We'll see. I think it's going to go by in a second.
I know. I'm so nervous about the content. I'm not even that worried about how I look. But I am worried about the blinkies. And I want to own it here. I want everyone to know that I know I have a blinking disorder, okay? It happens when she's tired. It happens when she's dehydrated. It happens when she's nervous. It just happens when I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It happens. And it doesn't mean I'm lying.
Yeah. Poor thing.
Okay, let's get to the questions because I know
Okay.
lots of people submitted stuff. So
Okay. Do you want me to ask them?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know how great I am at reading aloud.
Yeah. I mean, lots of people asking about baby stuff. Obviously, like, we'll drop that information when
Listen,
it
we are
is
the girls,
a thing.
To be fair, we're the girls who cried baby. Okay, we
Yeah.
know it. I've been dragging my feet actively for the both of us. Listen, we're not getting any younger. We ain't spring chickens. So, like, we will keep you guys abreast
Yeah.
when it's time to
When there's
tell you
any-
anything. Exactly.
Yeah, and actually, a lot of people asked if we're choosing the gender, and I think I'm fine. We've gone.
do you want to share this with everybody?
Well, I think we've gone back and forth. I mean, it's like
Tell them the whole thing.
It's
we
a
talked
win-win.
about twins. That was Stassi's idea. I'll never forgive her for
We
that.
people keep telling us to do twins.
They do.
I'm too old. I'm 37. It's too risky.
I also I think I could potentially melt into a puddle and die. You know how scared I am about having one? Like, let's really ruin my
Yeah.
life by having two. Like, some people are equipped for twins. It ain't me.
It's not Taylor Shucker.
No. She could never.
So we were girl, and then we're boy. We're girl, then we're boy. And I think we're to the. Actually, I think our doctor.
No. You think? Our doctor literally chose for us. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so happy. She just she knows it so well. She's like, these fucking bitches.
They're never going to
They're
decide.
never going to decide.
So I haven't done it yet, but it is chosen, whatever it is. And
Yeah.
we don't know whether it's a girl or a boy.
Yep.
But, stay tuned is all I'll say. Okay. From Tiffany Page Campbell, how do you guys handle budgeting and money discussions? I'm struggling with my husband.
Oof, God. Well, we just don't. We just don't. Yeah, just avoid it.
We tell our therapist we're going to talk about it, and then we never do. She's like, you had homework. You had one thing to do.
So
two things, work out and talk about money, both of which
Nope,
we
nope.
don't.
So real talk.
Yeah.
When we first got together, our finances could not have been more separate. But I will say this, I'm a fucking mensch, okay? I want to give myself some credit where credit's due. Our finances were separate in that your rent was your responsibility, your student loans were your responsibility, like your clothes, your stuff, whatever. But I will say I zaddied this shit. I sugar mamaed this shit out of you forever. Did I not?
Forever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was really being a big spender, Dwayne Reed,
Yeah.
buying that
Yeah,
toothpaste.
$114.
But I feel like I tried to carry the financial burden of us stuff. Did
you
I
have for-
ever even make you split a meal with me?
Never.
Yeah. I mean, I was the man I always dreamed of dating.
That's right.
I was a gentlewoman. So even though we kept our finances separate, I felt like I was well, I can support us doing things, But so our money was separate, so I could always spend the way I still wanted to, as long as our rent got paid, which it did.
Well, and now that we're totally together, I think it's just be responsible with money. Like, I'm like, do whatever you want, buy whatever you want within reason.
Right.
You say the same thing. Like, if I want to go and spend $400 on Eagles tickets, you'll be like, fine, it's your money.
Yeah.
But like, don't. What would be an example of something?
Wait,
don't go gambling your money away.
But this is
You know what I
interesting.
mean?
Okay, we got a huge fight in St. Martin because we gambled. And I was like, all you do is complain about money and you go when you gamble $500 away in the first night. Like, I had a mental
I mean, that was
breakdown. I was being
moronic.
dramatic and
Yeah.
I was very drunk.
Yes.
But that was also moronic. So, like, there are some, it's very infrequent, but we do fight about money. I remember one time you used our credit card. When you went,
I got a new bra?
When you went to
Victoria's Secret. Yeah. And you were like, so
I guess I'm buying your underwears now? No, but I mean, like, that's
I
also
only had
fair.
Apple Pay.
It's fine. But that's the other thing, too. It's fine. You did so much for the business. I feel like ever since you started working full time for our business, I have felt way more like egalitarian and generous with funds. Whereas before I was like a little bit psycho.
Yeah.
But wait. So here's a perfect example. So I went out to lunch with Shannon Ford and Claudia. And we got drunk at lunch, and then the girls wanted to go shopping for fucking Chanel bags, but we couldn't get into Chanel because we weren't in line. And then they both tried to pretend. Actually, Shannon tried to pretend like we had like an appointment, and it was so bathos, and we got turned away. It was like, are we gonna die? So we went and we ended up getting to a vintage store, and they ended up both getting fucking Birkins, and the amount of peer pressure they were putting on me, like, just buy a Birkin. Stop it, just buy a Birkin. And if I wasn't married to you, I would have fucking bought a Birkin. But I was like, I will have such rightful hell to pay if I buy this bag right now. Like, how mad would you have been with me if I had spent
I would have been pissed.
$10K on a fucking bag? Drunk.
Okay, if you went out by yourself and you bought it, I'd be like, and you were like, this is something I've really wanted, I'd be like, okay. If you went drunk with your friends and did it because you were peer pressured, I'd be like, pissed at you, pissed at them.
Yes.
Pissed at the world.
So,
And either way, I'd say go return it.
and even when
But
we
you
were in
can't.
St. Bart's with Claudia and Ben, he's wearing Abercrombie. We went to Prada, and Claudia was like, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. And I was like, I can't. And she was like, why? And I was like, Taylor Donohue will kill me. And she was like, but you work so hard and you deserve to splurge on yourself, which she's right about.
Yeah.
But I said, you know what? It's just, so I guess you actually enter into my dome piece more than I even realize when
Mental
it comes.
warfare.
There's no. We have like a mental, it's like an unspoken budget that we both understand.
Yeah.
Like, what's the most amount of money you would ever spend without consulting with me?
If it was above like $500,
Wow.
no. If I was going to the Phillies and it was like $280, I wouldn't say anything.
Right.
If I went to the Phillies and it was like $450, I'd be like, honey.
See, mine's a little higher. I feel like I have to get into the
But
$1,000
I'm
range.
I'm paying for it, but I'm still like, I like literally can't lie to you. It's
I
like
know.
not in my brain.
I know. So what's the advice? Open communication.
Yeah.
No secret purchasing behind the other one's back. That is such a recipe for disaster. And honestly, Babsy, Mom, I love you. I'm calling you out. We used to shop so hardcore behind my dad's back and sneak bags in. It's fucked up.
Yeah, and
It's not
also
cool.
like have some wiggle room. Like you don't buy expensive things, but you shop for on like Zara and ASOS and all these places all the time.
All the time.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're buying more clothes. You're like, I need them. I'm like, okay,
And I do.
you do. And you're buying things that aren't like super expensive.
No.
So it's like I'm not gonna get mad if you're like Zara boxes are showing up every day.
Right.
And you do return most of it. Anyway,
Most,
open
yeah.
communication and have some wiggle room. Okay, Alyssa M. Thornton says, help. I'm just starting to date girls as a 29-year-old in an area with small dating pool, and I'm new to it all. Help.
Hello, little lesbian. Taylor Donohue's gonna have to take this. I'm straight.
With a small dating pool, here's what I'll say. Your future girlfriend or wife might not be in your town.
Right.
Don't force it.
Right.
If you want to date just to like have fun, do it. But don't put too much pressure on yourself to like find a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Get on a train and go to New York City.
Where does she live?
I don't know.
Oh my God. A train.
Let's see. I don't know. Oh, it's a screenshot.
I am so bad at dating advice because all I ever did was like lily pad from one serious relationship to the next. I kind of just feel like maybe open yourself up to online.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's kind of a good way to like work out those muscles and like kind of like get your like feel out like what you like, your flirt skills. Do you know what I mean? So that you can really like be a Mac daddy when it comes to like the in-person stuff. I don't fucking know.
I know. I don't know if there's like gay bars near wherever she is. Whatever the closest big city is to you.
Yes.
Go there and make friends.
I actually think one of the cornerstones of being like a well-founded gay person is having gay friends. I think that having your gay friends really helps you navigate those choppy waters. And I think that maybe the focus should be try to find like your like a couple of good like gay friends, queer friends that can kind of be your support system.
Totally.
And then you guys can kind of navigate the
Together.
dating field together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Aileen F. Tick says, if you were in Titanic, who would be Rose and who would be Jack on the door?
Oh,
Like, which one is drowning? I'm definitely Jack.
100%.
You think I'm going to put your ass in the cold water?
She's literally my caretaker. She's my babysitter. She's my everything.
But you're also mine.
That's true. Honestly, I'd be Jack because I can't live without you. I'd rather go. The way
have
I
us both
want to
go down?
The way I want to go before you, you have no idea. I like literally
Knock on
can't
wood.
can't function without you. So yeah.
This is so funny. Lexi Lynch says, TD, are you the Hayes on the intro of the pod? I've been wondering forever. My best friend Sarah.
So many people say this. Or ask
Really?
this. So many.
My best friend Sarah, who's been my best friend since I was little, was convinced it was me. It's not me, but it actually does sound like me.
So the beginning of the show goes to this. No 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 no. Hey, hey. So people think you're the hey.
It's not me. It's funny. Okay. Laura D. Formica. What are your top tips for hosting parties? Go to food, drinks, playlists, games, etc.
Not hosting a party.
That's such a lie. We've gotten so good at it.
I've got it down to a science now, but like it's so specific what I do that I just feel like I don't know if my tips can even like
Here's
translate.
what I'll say. Get a cleaning lady.
Okay.
Have coolers or big buckets that you just like put trash bags in.
Okay. Okay. So have your cleaning people come the night before.
Or 2
Your
days- or 2
housekeeper
days
come
before.
like a day or two before.
Yeah.
Because that already sets you up for a win.
Yeah. Cheap solo cups. Cheap. Throw away everything.
Yeah. No silverware, plastic forks and spoons and knives, like the good crepe paper, but like the
Yeah.
paper plates. I feel like the red Solo cups, it's a little fratty. I feel like we need to maybe elevate up to like at least like a pretty clear cup.
Ashley, my sister, always makes custom cups for whatever party it is,
Which is
I
the
love.
fucking best.
But they are expensive.
They are expensive, but
And you
everybody
also
loves
have to
them.
do it like far in advance so that there's time to make it. Okay, so we always do like really nice sandwiches.
And cut them up.
Cut them up. Shrimp cocktail, which
Always.
is expensive, but everyone loves it.
It's worth it. And actually, a little bit goes a long way. 2 pounds of shrimp cocktail
Yeah.
will change your life. I mean, we had half of it fucking left.
Right. I forgot to put it out, but yeah.
I know.
I put out a ton of nuts. I put out a ton of candy.
You do a little charcuterie board.
I do a charcuterie board with lots of, cheeses and meats and grapes and strawberries and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then a playlist I make. Maybe I'll make it public.
You should share the
Taylor
playlist.
Donohue's party playlist. I'll make it public.
Say it again.
Taylor Donohue's party playlist.
And then for booze, just oh my god, we under ordered this time and it was a fucking disaster. Here's the thing, at least in our house, booze will never go to waste.
Right.
So just double what you think you're gonna need.
Prosecco, tequila, Tita or vodka.
Yep.
Have like a Maker's Mark if someone wants it.
A gajillion club sodas.
1,000 club sodas, lemons, limes, and then juices. We do like lemonade,
I would say this,
cranberry.
we were at your brother's birthday party and they had a bartender. Fucking great.
Yeah.
They had a bartender and somebody that was actively cleaning the whole time.
Yeah.
That if you can budget for it, if you can swing it, a must.
Yeah.
My nose is itching.
Besides that, and if you're drunk enough that night to stay up, clean that night, and then you'll wake up the next morning. That's what I did.
Yeah, she did because, she stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning and I was mad at her because she was blasting music, which I don't even care for me, but I was like, we have neighbors. That's not fucking cool. And so you were too scared to come to bed. So you stayed up from 5 to 6 cleaning.
Yeah.
Which was fabulous.
Olivia Roshank asks, what is your favorite quality about each other?
Whoa. What's my favorite quality? There's so few. Well,
I know. Bye. Bye, girl, bye.
there's so many. I don't know which one to pick from.
We just did a podcast, Story and Rain, together.
Well, that's why I'm trying not to do the same one
The
that I
same
did there.
one?
But it's the truth, so I think I should just.
I love your personality.
Oh,
I think you light up a room.
I love your Gina piece.
I love how entertaining you are. Your booty piece. I like how you cook for me every night.
Oh, Marissa.
I like our language.
That's definitely one of my favorite things about you. I love your ability to come up with kooky language and words. You also make up songs. That is like something that is very important to me. I grew up in a songing house.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any relationships where I had that. And I was it felt like there was joy missing from my life. And you brought it back in. So thank you for that.
I love that I never have to worry about trusting you.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
Like, I know you would never lie to me.
Because I'm just too lazy and asexual.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of other stuff too.
I love that you are the most capable person. I love that you're the most capable person I know. Like I know in life, like you'll figure it out. Like scary insurance issues, you will find a way where there's a problem, there is a solution. And it is the nicest, most amazing thing to go through life, knowing that there's you are a physical safety net. If shit hits the fan in any area of our life, I know you will do everything in your power to find a resolution for it. And if you can't find one, then there is none.
True.
And so that is the greatest thing ever. Like I am so scared for you that I am your emergency contact, but the fact that you are mine is just the greatest thing in the world.
I think I took you off there. I think Ashley is it now.
I literally shouldn't be anybody's emergency contact ever. Ever.
Yeah.
What else do I love about you? I love your legs. I love your stick arms. I love your,
I love you how maternal you are.
Maternal? All I do is say that I don't want kids.
Yeah, you talk a big game. With the boys, you're and Scarlett, you're amazing.
I'm just pretending.
Do I have a lisp?
No. I love you for your lisp.
Maybe it's not a teeth whitening. I literally can't. I'm in so much pain.
What else? I love everything about you.
Yeah.
Your hair, your eyes, your mouth, your voice. I know that's a thing with you. I love the way you sound.
Yeah. I never get sick of being with you.
I never get sick of being with you, which is crazy.
I love how there's never any silence. You just are. There's always something to talk about with you.
I love that you're so calm and healing feeling. You make me feel like you're a human. You're like a human Xanax. I feel so peaceful when I'm with you. And Lord knows I need that in my life.
Yeah. I'm glad I found her.
I'm glad I found her.
Let's go eat something, kid.
Okay, guys. Well, that is it for us. Honey, thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Follow my wife if you want. If you want a good follow her at Taylor Donohue. She posts in real time. She posts great pictures. I basically just repost the shit that she posts. And follow me if you don't. That's crazy if you don't, at Taylor Strecker. That is it for us, guys. Don't forget, Vanderpump Villa comes out today. So check it out, season 2, Hulu and Disney Plus. And yeah, that is it for us. Have a great rest of your day.
Yes.
Until tomorrow. Bye, girl. Bye.